Now back to the Adam Carolla Show.
All right, we were playing Who the F Sells This Ass. T, you may be getting married in the new year.
I hope so. Going ring shopping this
You're going
weekend.
ring shopping. You're going to need a pillow to transport the ring. Anthony?
Hey there.
Hey there. Now, you're selling the Wedding Ring Bear pillow.
The very one from my own wedding.
Oh, wouldn't that be a sentimental thing you'd want to keep?
I'm not too much of a sentimental guy, and neither is my wife. So we said it's either going to stay here and take up space, or we're going to sell it to somebody who might need
I
it.
always thought of his wife as a sentimental guy. Hey, hold on a second. Are you saying that you married a woman that is so pragmatic that she could part with the lacy pillow that was used to carry her ring down the aisle for $5? And by the way, it's listed for $5. That means I could get it from your ass
OBL?
from $3.75. Yeah,
If you want to bargain me down, I'll consider it. But yeah,
bargain down. That's an
married her.
interesting term.
Please.
Never
Don't.
heard that one before. Hey, so really you said your wife. Now, I can't decide whether she just doesn't care or this is a saint. You said to your wife, I want to take this pillow and I want to sell it for $5. And she said, yeah, knock yourself out.
Probably a little bit of both. I think she kind of doesn't care, and she's also a pretty good woman.
Can I ask you this? How much room does a wedding ring bear pillow take up in your room? I mean, couldn't you just toss it on the sofa or something?
Yeah, that's the thing, is there's so much crap on the sofa already. We got to get rid of something. So the pillow goes.
Well, who carried this pillow down the aisle?
Our niece did.
Yeah, she was claimed by cancer a few years ago. She's not going to know. Hey, sweetie, next, I'm going to sell... do you have your hymen? I like to toss that on there. Give me that garter belt and your wedding, your gown. Do you have your gown?
What about the gown, Anthony? She's not going to wear it again.
She only wore it once and then returned it. It was a rented gown.
That's actually not a bad
I
idea.
do like
it's a
that.
good idea.
I do like that because I got in that thing, too, where it's like I had to spend like $2,500 for my wife's wedding dress, and then she was acting like, first, you women, you're so dumb. You do that thing where you go, this is a great way to spend money. Why? Our daughter will wear it one day. First, number one question, why aren't you wearing your mom's? Because that's what your mom said to your dad 35 years ago, and she don't have one. Number one. Number two, call me old-fashioned, but spending $2,500 for a dress and someone wearing it once and then 30 years later someone else wears it again, still not what I call a bargain.
I want to know, Anthony, and pardon me for asking what might be a sensitive question, but what was the total cost of your wedding?
Oh,
The church
well,
paid him
first of all,
$14.
I'll tell you, we paid for it all, which is part of the reason we were being so practical. And I think it came in around $10,000.
10 grand.
$10,000. It sounds expensive.
It could have been worse.
It definitely could have
I
been
think
worse.
most weddings go 20, 30 or more these days. I plan on spending zero, going to the Justice of the Peace, and however much a license cost, that's it.
Well, then we're getting married if that's truly the way you feel.
I really
I
do.
love that. Hey, all right, so the pillow, give me the dimensions of the pillow, would you?
Oh, roughly 8 by 8 or 10 by 10. I don't know. It's not too gigantic.
Mm-hmm. And how are you kids doing financially?
Doing all right.
What do you do, Anthony?
I am a marketing manager.
Mm-hmm. And are you worried that people you work with, namely guys, are going to find out that you're selling your wedding pillow on Craigslist?
Not at all. I think they'd probably want to sell some of their wedding stuff, too.
Yeah, I can't figure out whether that makes him a hero or not.
Are you selling any other artifacts from your big day?
Actually, we are. We had a wedding cake topper that we're also used once, getting rid of.
The cake topper?
The little plastic bride and groom?
It was, acrylic, but you get the point.
What are you looking for? What do you want to...
I think that one was $5 or $10.
And does it look like you and your wife?
No, this is heart-shaped. It's not actual figurines of the man and woman.
Hi, my name is Tyrone.
And how
Washington.
about some of the photographs or perhaps the placenta from the firstborn? Any of that on the block?
Not yet.
And that's got to be a tough conversation your wife has with one of her bridesmaids. Hey, Tammy, going to need that bouquet back. Yeah. Things are running a little tight this year. We're going to put that on the Craigslist.
No, but it's good luck. I caught it. It means I'm going to get married.
Right. Yeah, you're getting married, bitch, and I'll give it back. I got to sell it. That's $3 of dying daisies that are going
What
down.
about the garter? Don't you put a garter up the girl's leg? What, bride's leg?
That's going too, right?
How much for that?
I don't think it's for sale
Not
yet,
that?
but we'll keep you on our mailing list.
All right. Now, what'd you guys eat?
I don't know, typical wedding food, I
Right.
guess.
So there's some leftover au gratin potatoes you can move to.
Some of those dinner rolls seem like they keep.
Not everybody got the chicken. And those who didn't, well, we still have some, and it's moving on Craigslist. Anthony.
Yes.
I am, I'm reeling.
The cake topper.
The cake topper was the topper.
Right.
The cake topper. I mean, you said to your wife, I'm going to sell the pillow that your niece carried the ring on, and then I'm going to sell the plastic guy with the top hat that was on top of our wedding cake, and in return, I'll get half of the minimum that comes out of an ATM machine. And that's best case scenario. And she said, knock yourself out.
Now, Anthony, did you feed your wife with the fork, and take the picture?
We did.
And what about the fork?
What's that going for?
I believe those are still in use.
All right. And how about some of the rice you scooped up from front of the church? That going, or did you just eat that?
They didn't allow rice at the wedding, but we did blow bubbles.
Anthony,
Yes.
I worry about you. You sound young, and you sound, by the way, cheap. As a matter of fact, we ought to get a DNA test. You may be a Corolla. You really sound cheap enough to be a Corolla.
Hell yeah.
His name's
Right on.
Anthony. Are you Italian?
No.
Mm-hmm. And did he mention what he did? Oh, he
Marketing.
did
But what does your wife do, Anthony?
She was an accountant, but now she's a stay-at-home mom. We have an 8-month daughter.
All right.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. How about you get the kid raised by a friendly family of Badgers? Because this is not going to work. Here's the thing about selling things. When you sell things, you have to kind of. There's a little internal battle that goes on.
Yeah.
It's like, I really don't want to part with this. It has a lot of sentimental value. I'm sure it'll be worth twice as much 5 years from now, but I need the money. But when you're not getting money, especially the sentimental stuff, you know what I mean? When $5 for, oh, by the way, who's getting married and says, I'm springing for the cake, but I ain't going whole hog for the cake topper? That, my friend, I will buy used. Would you even know that exists?
I would have no idea. You could look on Craigslist for a used cake topper. You have to imagine Anthony must have just licked the frosting off to ready it for sale on Craigslist.
That reminds me that, the cardboard circle doily that the cake comes on?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sheet
I
cake?
bet that's going up for sale. Oh. That baby's still for sale. They hit the right... Oh, I hit 8? No, I didn't hit 8. Hey, Anthony?
Yeah.
Anything else from the wedding at all that's up for sale?
Not at the moment.
Okay. The cake topper.
Getting rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Doesn't need the clutter.
The 3-inch guy's taking up too much room in your garage?
Well, with the baby, we needed the space, and to tell you the truth, if nobody buys it off Craigslist, it's going to Goodwill.
I'm sure a happy, underprivileged family would be excited to find a used cake topper. And by the way, with the baby, you're scared. First off, where are you raising the kid? A submarine? How much space? If you took out 2 packets of Sweet and Low from your house, you'd be even with the cake topper.
Are you living in a storage unit?
No. Entered home.
All right, Anthony. Okay. Here's the way I feel about Anthony and his wife. They're like-minded, and thus they need to be separated. Because
You think
before
so?
you know it, we're going to have my Aunt Pat and Uncle Vince.
They'll be sending 40-cent.
I
Birthday
started
cards.
this week by telling I talked to my Aunt Pat, who told me she looked up her ledger from 1968, the book that she puts all her monetary transactions down in, and it said 40 cents to Adam for his 4th birthday.
Now, here's an idea. Anthony is thrifty, and he has a young child who I'm sure needs diapers. Earlier, we talked to somebody selling diapers. Sure, those were adult diapers, but I think Anthony could cut it in half and
Yes.
make do for the little 8-month-old baby.
He said make do. All right, we'll take ourselves a break. We'll take a quick break, be back with the news next.
Hey, this is Bob Saget, another random celebrity on a piece of tape so Adam can say that I was on his show. It's so exciting I could crap myself. You're listening to Adam Carolla Show.